Don't be lazy. This is 21 days. Everybody's in spirit now. They could. The truth is, everyone can bear the truth, and we love the truth. Let's not be lazy, right?
Right. So that's it.
Like I said, sometimes some people want to be like, "Oh, this person told me." Look, take ownership of what you're doing.
Ownership. Yeah,
take ownership.
Yeah, because that's how things go wrong. That's how people really lose money. And the only people that are panicking are the people that have not done their homework.
They don't know what they're doing.
They're taking advice from their best mate or the guy that lives down the road, and he got it from, he got a WhatsApp from someone, or he
saw a meme on Facebook.
On Facebook on something, and that's his level. And I'm not trying to put anyone down. I'm just saying,
open your heart.
Yeah, open.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so now we're coming to the next part of the show, which is the Pursuit of Success section, and we have the one and only Maurice Innis coming in today to increase our financial IQ. All right. So it's been a great series. Like I said, I've been learning so much during this program. I literally open up my phone, I see what's happening in the stock market. I'm receiving emails from the Motley Fool and those newsletters you told us to connect to, and I'm understanding what they're saying. There are things happening in the financial sector. I'm following what's happening. I'm understanding what's going on. I'm like, wow, this is actually, oh gosh, look at that. That's happening with this company. It'll be good to invest in this company because I can see they're going to grow in the next 10 years. Yeah. Oh gosh, this is happening in the current climate. So things are going to dip in a few days. And I'm like, I'm getting it. I'm still learning, but I'm getting it. If this has been helping you guys, please let us know in the live chat, because he's here doing this thing and it's been great. I've been watching you on Instagram as well, MyMoneyIQ. Literally, I've been seeing your things, and I'm like, he puts these images like stocks to look at and these little quotes and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is great. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Maurice, I'm getting it.
And do you know what, guys? That's what it's there for. It's all free. Please visit the platforms that I'm giving you guys. I've got a Twitter platform. Twitter, LinkedIn is now up and running. I'm posting some stuff there. Instagram, and there's more coming. So
yeah, so you can find. So we're going to share stuff today, but MyMoneyIQ. MyMoneyIQ. So that's on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok, because we got to get the younger generation financially literate so that they understand what they do. All their money isn't going on Jeezys. Is it Jeezys? The Jeezys, the Kanye West, Nike designer trainers. Yeah, my daughter almost fell into that trap. She started to be like, "Oh no, these Nike." I'm like, my daughter, stop with this thing. Oh, but daddy, like these ones are my favorite because they look like. Is that you or somebody else talking?
Peer pressure.
You know what I mean? And then she snapped out of it. Then she tries to come back with it, and then she's like, because you're not that type of child. So and having it on TikTok, this types of information that we're sharing, digestible for kids, absolutely phenomenal. So check MyMoneyIQ. But you're going to take us to the promised land today, and we're going to give you the links at the end. Yeah. So what are we looking at today, Maurice?
Okay,
send it to us.
Today, I'm going to give my disclaimer first of all. So my disclaimer is I am not a financial advisor. I am not CFA regulated. What I do have is a platform and some experience in the financial industry that I worked in as an IT support analyst. So what I would say is I have a platform that's a media platform that just gives people lots of great ideas and what to look for and what this means, and explain certain concepts. And so that's it. Just give people really, really great information and ideas and what's out there.
And you've been out there for like 25 years, from the days when people used to do this by telephone, dialing it. He's like, I'd like to buy part of this company, please.
From the 1920s, you know, those old, you know, those wind up, those so those ones. Yeah.
And it's been great. And so today, you know, lots happened, technology's happened, you know, and the great thing, Maurice literally has been, you know, in those environments. He knows how the things work. The education system does not teach us these things, and the great thing about learning here is that wherever you are on the globe, you can tap into the information that he's going to be sharing today. Last time he was with us, he talked about the table, right? With I know you don't have it with you today.
The one-legged table and the four-legged table.
So you can have a table with one leg. Once that leg gets cut, the table's on the floor, right?
Correct.
But however, if you got a table with 4 legs, and the legs symbolize streams of
different streams of income. It can be, you can be invested in stock, you can be invested in crypto, you can have investments in bonds, you can have a sideline. Like back in the day, I used to cut hair. Do you remember back in the day we used to do the patterns in there? Yeah. Do you remember those ones?
And the high top with the line. Yeah.
The high top with the I had one of them.
I had one as well.
Do you remember? Yeah. Right. I think one of my friends even had a Nike symbol.
Yeah, my mum put an M in the back of my head. My mum did. And like, everyone's like, what's the M for? I'm like, Mum? It was hard times.
Don't go there.
But you're saying like have one of the legs could be a side hustle that you have. No, she does cakes. No, she in South Africa. I've seen it on her WhatsApp status. She does cakes. Rosie, she does baking and she does biscuits as well. So these are like side hustles that you can have to create an extra stream of income. So that could be like an extra leg as well as your normal job.
Audrey from my branch, she does consultancy with people's resumes and how to formulate application letters and stuff like that. I think Diane from my branch, she is into like vegan cakes and that sort of stuff and gluten-free, and so there's all sorts of things people can do. I think
we need to have a show where we kind of show what people do, you know.
I think so,
because
people are doing things out there.
People are doing, like, even among the universal family, people are doing stuff, and I'm thinking of like doing a show where we like take a moment to show what people are doing.
I think that's a good.
You know
idea.
what I mean? Because if I'm looking for like a resume or something, because I'm a person, I'm not good at typing and all that kind of stuff. I'm looking for either Excel or I'm looking for Audrey. You know what I mean? Like those, you know, Excel, you know what she like. You know, so the 4-legged table means different streams of income, right? Most people have just one, which is their regular salary. If something goes wrong, you're on the floor, because just one leg, you're done for.
Correct.
So today you're going to be you're sharing this stuff that you've been sharing with us, so that people can have an idea to create extra legs, and it doesn't have to be 4. It can be more than 1 leg of a stream of income.
Absolutely,
you have to change our thinking.
4 legs, I mean 6 legs. You know,
because that's what Rosie said. Rosie, after the program, she messaged me and she says, "You know what? I need to get that thing started again because we do need more legs." Yeah, she's like, "Duh." I bet you know these things. It makes sense. You know, so already just with that analogy, you've changed the way that we think about things.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah. Like my brother, he's in David, that message in earlier, he's in the creative space. So he does photography and, you know, for fashion and all that stuff on the side. So, you know, you have got people out there like my brother David, like Diane, like Audrey, who they're not relying just on their salary. They're thinking of other things. They know the world is changing fast. So, you know, you can feel the effects, but you don't know quite why things are unfolding the way they're unfolding. Yeah. Right.
And we discussed this in our earlier show. So check out Robust Life TV on YouTube. And in there you'll have links also to Maurice. Yeah. And he'll kind of explain why things are changing, and we got to do this. Yeah. So let's get into the meat of this, Maurice.
Yeah, let's go
into the meat. So what have you got for us today, Maurice?
Okay,
what's for us today?
Okay, cool. So one thing I haven't really sort of like touched on. Okay,
it's breakfast time. It's breakfast time.
One thing I haven't really touched on, right, is so I want to make it really clear, guys. The stock market goes down as well as up, right? So we're kind of at the top at the moment of the stock market. Everyone has been making quite good money in quite a few asset classes, in property, in bonds, in the stock, in crypto. These waves, they don't last. The waves tend to, like the waves of a sea, the waves will rise and then they fall. They rise and fall. Right now we're we're on a rise. Okay, so just be aware. Things could change. It could change next month. It could change by the end of the year. It could change next week. All it takes is just one thing to trigger it all, domino effect, and things start to, unravel down.
And this is quite interesting because when people think about the stock market and look at trading and these type of things, they look at it as, oh, am I betting? Am I gambling? Am I doing all this kind of stuff? These are a lot of questions and concerns people have. But what you're saying is that as things go up, they go down. It's just it's like nature,
cyclical.
And it's cyclical. It's just how gravity works, right? This is just the way things work. And the powerful thing about it is that the education to know what you're getting involved into, what companies you're looking at. It's not a guessing game. It's like we're saying, you have to be mature. Things go up and they go down. This is the process of this kind of environment, and it's the process of life, right? If things go up, then we have moments where we go down, but we have
nothing's a straight line.
We have resistance. Stock market talk. Resistance line. Resistance line. I'm learning. By the way, with our breakfast show talkers, just to get these ones out there. And could we have info regarding cryptocurrency on another day? We are going to work on that.
We're going to work on that. I'm not a crypto guy. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a crypto guy. I've got some information on it. I think I've got a friend of mine that I might actually invite.
That'd be good.
Along and they can go into more in depth. I tend to stick to what I know. I don't like to sort of do you know what I mean? Once if I know something, then I know I can direct people on the right path. So all right.
Dion says hi, top kid and play. And Shazad says kid and play. Loving this from Jade. Anik says yes, Diane, vegan cakes is amazing, and Yola says I agree. All right, so the market goes up and down. Let's be mature. This is the environment. Is nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be scared of, but like anything that we learn to specialize in is we understand the environment. Someone making a space rocket has to factor in gravity. It doesn't mean space rockets are bad to achieve what they want. It just means you have to factor in
Elon Musk.
Gravity. Elon Musk. There you go.
Interesting point about Elon Musk. Do you know that when he was starting SpaceX? Okay, sorry, this is a geeky me coming out. I really apologize.
It's the geeky time.
Geeky time. Do you know that he taught himself rocket science?
Say what?
So like he literally guy.
No, but he's on an unfair level.
Yeah, he's actually alien.
He's not from this earth.
He's not from this earth. Yeah. So the guy taught himself rockets. I was like, who does that?
Yeah.
He said he bought some books and spoke to some people. Okay. And then next minute you're landing rockets on. Who does anyway? I mean,
it just shows anything is possible. We've got access to all the information we need.
It's all possible. It's all possible. So so we were talking about stock market. It goes up, it goes down. So when you're armed with information, when the market turns against you, what that information does, it allows you to be calm and not panic. The only people that are panicking are the people that have not done their homework.
They don't know what they're doing.
They're taking advice from their best mate or the guy that lives down the road, and he got it from, he got a WhatsApp from someone, or he
saw a meme on Facebook.
On Facebook on something, and that's his level. And I'm not trying to put anyone down. I'm just saying,
open your heart.
Open your eyes, open your heart, and
be mindful of that.
Just be aware of that. So just be super clued up on what's going on in the marketplace. When things turn against you, you'll have the confidence to deal with it. Okay. Also, we are talking about so the last time I was on the show 2 weeks ago, we focused on NASDAQ. The week before that was the S&P 500. I know that someone in the chats wanted me to mention about NASDAQ. I will say to that person, visit my Instagram channel, as today I don't want to spend too much time on that, but if you go to the Instagram channel, that will explain it perfectly. You can message me and I will explain more to you.
No problem. So because we have all of your channels on Robust Life TV. So when you see his face on there talking about it, click on his channel and you can go into it more. And also you'll see the program where he spoke about the NASDAQ as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so you got everything there.
Fantastic.
Thank God for social media.
It helps. It helps. So the FTSE, what is the FTSE? The FTSE is the Financial Times Stock Exchange.
Okay.
So 100. So it's the FTSE 100. You'll hear this a lot on platforms like Seeking Alpha, Yahoo Finance, Bloomberg, stuff like that. So that represents the top 100 performing companies in the UK.
Okay.
So the Financial Times Stock Exchange, they call it FTSE, FTSE.
Okay.
So you'll hear people say FTSE, they don't say FTSE.
Because I've seen it in front of newspapers. I've always seen it everywhere. Even I've seen it in like the apps that I got here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so now you're breaking it down for me to understand. All right, good.
So they'll say the FTSE. So that's the top 100 performing companies in the UK. Like the S&P 500 that we mentioned 2 weeks ago, that's the Standard & Poor 500 top performing companies in America. The FTSE is the top performing 100 companies, FTSE 100. That's what it means. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's great because that means if they're performing, that means it's a collection of them, right?
It's a collection of them.
So you're able to invest in a collection of these top performing companies.
Or you can choose one or two.
Okay.
Yeah, you can, like the S&P 500, you can invest in individual shares, right? In, do your homework, as I said before, all the sort of like background checks and balances you need to do. Very similar to the FTSE, same thing. The only difference is the S&P 500 is across the pond in America, and the FTSE is in the UK.
Okay.
So that's really, I thought I'd mention that and get that over to people because these terminologies can become a little bit confusing, and it's always nice to have the option and have the knowledge for people to know, okay, that acronym means this and that acronym means that.
Yeah.
All right.
That cleared things up for me, because it's just been acronyms up until now. And this is what puts a lot of people off. The acronyms put people off. The acronyms are like, I'll deal with it later. I go, okay. And like I said in one of our earlier programs, this is on purpose, right? It's on purpose so that the layman like myself, I have like an abyss to connect with this type of information and pursue it, So thank you for that. All right, so this is about investing in UK top performing 100 top performing companies, yeah?
So very much like the S&P 500 that I mentioned before, you can invest individually or you can invest in an ETF.
Okay.
What's an ETF? An exchange traded fund. So an ETF is a fund that holds a collection of companies. Actually, if you are coming into the stock market for the first time, it's quite a nice way to actually come in without being overwhelmed with all the knowledge.
Great. So you know what that is? That's a tick. Ding.
Correct.
All right, that's a tick because Shazad asked, "Where's the best place to buy stock for newbies?"
Yeah.
All right.
So
good morning, Nikki.
Yeah. So I've got a link. All right. So we'll be putting up the link. It'll be going onto my platform, and I'll also get Robert to put up the link also.
No problem.
So the great thing about ETF funds, exchange traded fund ETFs, is that you can benefit from the stock market without having to be overwhelmed by all the information and all the technical analysis and all that sort of stuff. And what the ETF does is the new platforms that are out there, the ETFs actually are an AI, artificial intelligence platform that actually does your investing for you. And some of them actually perform better than some of these hedge funds and some of these asset managers and human investors, because the thing about the ETF fund, it doesn't need to sleep, it doesn't go on holiday, it doesn't drink, it doesn't need to eat food and all that sort of stuff. So it just goes 24/7, and it tends to be more efficient than an actual human investor.
Sounds good to me.
And the great thing about it is that whereas back in the day that would have only been available to professionals in the investment banking world, it's now available to people on their smartphones and tablets and laptops. There you go, you see? Yeah. So, right, you guys can actually leverage technology for yourselves. You can leverage the technology that you've got in your pocket to actually help you out. Right, so
Pastor Joseph spoke about this yesterday. I don't know if it's in all the branches in Finsbury Park for the Monday service, that utilize technology, because technology has been used against you. So utilize technology to help you.
There you go.
And this is very interesting. This is a big eye opener. Anik says, on your platform, do you have an overview when to buy or sell?
I have, if you go to the YouTube channel, I've got an introductory. So if you look at the video that I made there, there's a really good video, and there's also, I've done another video on the wisdom of Warren Buffett.
Okay.
So if you go to the MyMoneyIQ, just literally go into YouTube, just type in MyMoneyIQ.
Okay, but I think she's asking is like, do you have like information where it's like, buy this now?
So I don't have that, but I have on my Instagram there's definitely infographics there on how to like when to buy, when to sell, that sort of stuff. All
right, hope that helps. Anik, JD says thank you, Maurice. Nikki says hi, Daddy, and thanks for morning. Okay, that sounds like Kaya and Ezekiel. Anik saying, what do you think about eToro? All right, we'll kind of have to save those questions. Sure. Fall off topic, just
to go back to the lady that said when to buy and when to sell. So you may have missed the first couple of shows I done, and I spoke about day trading, swing trading, and value investing. So what I'm sort of like passing on to people here is value investing, which is long term.
Okay.
So the whole point of when to buy and when to sell, what precedes that, the prelude to that is your research of the company.
Okay.
You never buy anything that you don't know. It's like buying a car without popping a hood, right? No one does that. No one buys a car without seeing the logbook So if that kind
Don't be lazy. This is 21 days. Everybody's in spirit now. The truth is, everyone can bear the truth, and we love the truth. Let's not be lazy, right?
Right. So that's it.
Because
I said
sometimes some people want to be like, oh, this person told me. Look, take ownership of what you're doing.
Ownership. Yeah.
Take ownership.
Yeah. Because that's how things go wrong. That's how people really lose money. And oh, you told me this was a good deal, but did you do the research? No, but you told me this, but did you do your research?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's where people lose money.
Because even though he told me about the S&P 500, these little nuggets that I'm getting on the show, I started to educate myself on them as well, to take ownership for myself.
Correct.
Does that make sense, guys? Because come on, man, finances is a thing where people can turn really sour. Someone could be totally spiritual apparently, and because of finances they could change into a monster.
People get emotional when it comes to money. People get very emotional. So one thing I know, people get emotional.
Yeah, so we have to be mindful of that, guys. So it's very, very important to do your research. The prelude to that.
That's the prelude to when do you buy and sell? When do you do so you do your research. Your research will tell you, this car has got 180,000 miles on the clock. I popped the hood, it's all messed up, the tires are flat. I'm not buying a car. Because why? You done your due diligence.
And the good thing is that we're learning every week what kind of things to look out for, right?
Correct.
All right, so look, you've told us about the FTSE 500, 100, what it does. You told us about ETFs, that they work with AI, and generally speaking, they're a good place to start for a newbie, as Shazad was asking.
Correct.
Shazad was asking. Dion says, correct, always conduct due diligence. That's Dion's thing, actually. And also, you've kind of told us a little bit about the importance of why we need to get into this. All right, we're going to go into some stuff in just a moment. Sure. All right, that was just a bit of a nice little bit of a warm up.
Yep.
What we're going to look at after this time out.
Okay, so we're going to actually look at the platform that you can actually go into the stock market with. So the free trade platform, and just some methodologies on when you're looking at stock and the type of things to look for.
Okay.
Right, and just
That's
recap on that a little bit, because I know that there's a few people that are new to the show and they may have missed what's gone on in previous weeks. So yeah, we can just touch on that.
All right, guys. So this is really good. So we're going to go into that. Just going to go for a very quick timeout. But I hope, guys, we've just kind of dabbled a little bit. This kind of gives you a bit more of an idea where we're going from and why. Okay, that question about eToro is a very good question, actually. However, let's try and stay on point, and definitely you can connect directly to Maurice through his channel. All right, guys, we'll be right back in just a moment. We're going to give you some wonderful banging tunes from the one and only Dr. Shad right now as we leave you in his hands and we re-emerge together in just a moment. This is your breakfast show. All right, you see, that's it. This is your breakfast show, guys. We're here today. I was at 9 o'clock, and on Mondays it's the pursuit of success. And Maurice Innis is with us to increase your financial IQ. And then here we have our breakfast show talkers here. Basically, we have Dion says correct. Always conduct your due diligence. Diola says don't be ignorant. Yeah. Dion says ensure they are regulated. Very important. Correct. Alex says that's true. Research is number one. Jade says the gems that are being dropped, full of joy and gladness. Jade says I'm here for it. Chanel says thank you for the tips. I tried investing but have not been patient enough. I will go again. Number 4, legged streams of income. Absolutely. And Chanel also says funny thing is I did banking, economics and financial accounting in uni, but I utilizing the knowledge I have I haven't utilized the knowledge that I have learned.
There you go, see?
Which can be a thing, which is why we need to increase our financial IQ. And Chanel says, typo, I'm not utilizing the knowledge. There we go. Thank you so much for that, guys. All right, so now we're here on the show and we're going to show us some examples here of using one of the apps, right?
Sure, yeah.
Because a popular app was Trading 212.
Trading 212, however, so many people have woken up to the fact that, they need to...
Sorry, 1 second. Chad, could you just smooth it? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
No problem. So many people have woken up to the fact that obviously they need to do something else, that there's actually a backlog for Trading 212. So you can't sign up for it at the moment. Well, you can, but they basically say, we will get back to you. Basically, so there's a long waiting list. So that's why I then pointed people to Free Trade, which is more or less the same thing. I prefer Trading 212, but it does the same thing. And you can take advantage of the market in the same way. It's
been great. I've been using it to work my way around it, and some of the things that you told us about, I've been able to see it on the platform, to gain access to it, and to make my decisions and do my due diligence on the different stocks as well.
Correct.
Which has been great. And also I shared it with a friend who asked me for it, and actually got a free share as well.
Correct.
Which was an interesting surprise.
Yeah.
Because I got a free share when I actually joined, which was really, really cool.
So this is why I'm saying to people, do join the platform, because what you'll do is you will get a free share. So if you click on my link, not only will I get a free share, but you'll get a free share.
Cool.
And if you share it, then they get a free share. So
nice.
It's quite it's like a pay it forward scenario. Okay?
Absolutely.
So, that's quite cool.
So someone opens this up and they want to start using it now. So how would that happen?
Okay, so what will happen first is you need to have an online bank account. So that's the first thing. You need to have an online bank account, and preferably you also need your app as well. So whoever you bank with, Santander, Barclays, whoever, make sure that the app is downloaded and set up on your phone, because what will happen is when you sign up to Free Trade, it will ask you all the usual stuff. It will ask you for your name, email address, you'll get a 4-digit PIN.
So they have to go through the process.
You've got to go through that, but it will then ask you to connect to your bank.
Okay.
Right. So, and if you haven't downloaded it onto your phone, then you won't be able to open it up. So that's the first thing. So then, I don't know, have you got a screenshot?
Yeah, it's just put it on the screen.
So you'd be presented.
Okay, I've been made to vanish.
I don't know whether you can.
Yep.
Can you see that, guys?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll probably expand it just a little bit so we can hide the bottom part. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. So when you first come into free trade, you will probably see the one on the so you see the one that you're actually adjusting now. So yeah, if you can also, could you do the other one as well? I think you had one with a chart up, so you had two images, one with there you go. So for instance, right, so when you go into free trade, it's actually really straightforward. It's quite a simple app to use. You'll see a magnifying glass at the top, right? When you tap on that, you can search for whatever share you want to investigate, right? So I told you to put in Nike just before the break. Okay, so if you can see Nike, so you can see that little chart line, you can see it rising slightly. Now at the bottom you can see 1D, 7D, 1M, 1Y. That represents a time period. Can you see that? Yeah. So 1D is 1 day, so that's what it done in 1 day. 7 days is how it performed over 7 days. 1 month is how it performed over a month, and 1Y means 1 year, how it performed over a year. And when you click on these little options at the bottom, it actually tells you what the share is doing, and that's just a very as a layman looking at that, most people like, what does this mean? That's all it is. It's just showing you how that particular share or company performed over a period of time. Even if the line says it's going down, that doesn't necessarily mean it's all bad news. That's when your investigation of the actual company starts to come into play. That's when you would probably need to, you can pivot over to platforms like Yahoo Finance, right? That I do have up on my Instagram, and it will be coming to YouTube as well to show you guys how to look into that, right? So you'll be looking at things like who's heading up the company, like someone like Elon Musk, by the way, right? Someone like that, someone that is very focused and has very really great vision for the company. Things like that are really, really important. Also, how much the platform Yahoo Finance will tell you how much debt the company is carrying. Okay. So when you click on certain tabs on that platform, it will tell you how much debt it's carrying. It will tell you
that. So it's still in the preview mode. So Shadow's just going to bring it across.
Sure.
So that one there where it has information about the company there. That's it.
Yeah. So that's pretty similar as well. So you can see there, it's telling you the revenue or the performance. The performance of what it's brought in over a period of time. So if you're seeing that the company is actually bringing in revenue, if the revenue is going up every quarter, that's always a good sign. If it's going up every month, every quarter, that's a good sign. If you can see the chart pointing upwards, that's the share price. That means more people are buying the shares. That's another indicator. The revenue is how much the company is making. That chart you're looking at is how many people are buying that stock. So that's two bits of positive bits of information. All right. The other thing that these platforms will tell you is the debt. If most of these companies do carry a lot of debt, but it's the debt to asset ratio. If they've got a lot of asset and capital, then it's not a problem.
Like McDonald's.
Right.
McDonald's has a lot of assets, right? Because they own a lot of property,
real estate,
land, real estate. So
McDonald's is actually a real estate company, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
Watch the movie. What's the movie called again? The Founder.
I forget.
The Founder.
Is it The Founder?
The Founder.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
After 21 days, but it's very inspirational.
Very inspirational.
All right. We have our breakfast show talker here. It says here, good morning breakfast. Okay, so we have Chevelle saying, Helen B saying, we will indeed. Luvin says, good morning breakfast show. Adiola says they had too many ads, that's why. I think that's trading 212, because I haven't experienced that with
what do you mean too many ads?
Like too many adverts, but I think that might have been trading 212, maybe. I don't know. I don't. Yeah. Adiola from Woolwich says yes. Minnie says, can you please show us which app it is to download, please? So you better find it on
my platform, MyMoneyIQ. Yeah.
Yep. Also, how much can you put in to buy? Does it have to be much? A big amount?
You can literally go in as much as like £3. You can literally, you can go in with very little if you want to dip your toe into the market. Something else I did want to make really apparent to you guys as well. So these platforms, Trading 212 and Free Trade, they are platforms that allow you to buy fractional shares. So say, I don't know, Google is going for, I don't know what Google's going for at the moment, but say it's going for £1,000. You don't need £1,000 to take advantage of Google. If you've got £5 in your pocket, you can take advantage of Google. You'll be buying 0.00001% of Google.
But you're in there.
You're in there, right? You're in there.
Right.
Yeah. And you kind of got to know what you're doing as well. But
yep, thank you for that. So that was to Minnie. And it says, thank you for the explanation, Maurice.
No
1D,
problem.
1W. She's probably seen it before. She's probably running on what on earth. Also, Sarah from Peckham Eagle says, do you think it's good to open up a free trade SIPP? I have been using free trade for quite a while now.
So that was going to be my little surprise, and she's nipped me in the bud. That's okay. Yes. I think it is a good idea. Do seek financial advice if you must. So the SIPP is it's a personal pension plan. Okay, so. What that allows you to do is it allows you have your own personal pension pot that you yourself will manage, and it's very tax efficient, and it allows you to buy shares and then put those valuable shares into your pension pot and watch it grow.
Oh, nice.
So, which is really cool, and it's very, very tax efficient. So it's a great way to to supplement your existing pensions. You can have. You can have numerous pensions, right? But it's a great way to take back control of your pension. So, and the great thing about that as well is, I was going to mention this at the end of the show, but I might as well mention it now. The great thing about that is, at the moment, Free Trade are doing a special offer. I don't know whether you saw this. I thought I sent this to you, but Free Trade are doing a special offer.
I like special offers. It's my Ghanaian nature.
They are offering. So if you open up one of these SIPs, okay, before the 10th of September, you can get anywhere between, I think it's £4,000 and £1,000 worth of shares. Right,
sounds
so
good.
It's not in currency. They'll give it to you in share form. So it's almost like they'll put you into a draw hat. You might get £5 worth of shares. You might get £10. You might get £2. You might get £500 worth of shares. You might get 1,000. So, really, really good offer. So the only caveat to that is I think you pay £9 a month.
Okay.
That goes into your SIP, but it's your pension.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's £9 a month. And that is just like a direct.
So you're just doing like an extra pension that you're setting up for yourself.
It's an extra pension, but you're managing your pension.
Wow,
you are managing your pension.
That's amazing.
But SIPs are very, very tax efficient.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, we're gonna have to stop there.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I've put here the Instagram for Maurice. You can definitely get through to him on MyMoneyIQ. All right.
Did you get the Twitter as well? Do you want to give?
What's the Twitter?
Have you got the Twitter? Do you want me to send it to you?
Yeah.
So you literally just go to Twitter and just put in My Money. Just search on Twitter MyMoneyIQ.
Same thing, yeah.
I'll send you the links, but yeah,
no
you
problem.
go to Twitter, put that.
All right, guys. So we got it there, and also if you was to check the repeat of the program, all of Maurice's links are right there. So literally, you can connect to it. So go into the Instagram. If you watch the show, you'll see his connections there to all of his links. So it's all good.
Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
Yeah, y'all got you. Fully
TikTok.
covered. You're covered.
Oh, wonderful.
All right. So just search MyMoneyIQ on any of those platforms, or check youtube.com
Fantastic.
/C/Robust Life TV, and you'll see Maurice there in one of the headings full of joy and gladness in the heart. All right. And you can definitely follow up with what he's got, and he's got a lot of information. I've been learning a lot from there, and it's been really good. All right.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for that. You're going to be back next week, Tuesday, with some other beautiful tidbits of wisdom, joy, and gladness, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys, and I hope this has added to you guys. Like we saying, the good thing about My Money IQ and Maurice coming in, he literally delivers things in nice little nuggets for the layman. You know, we can ask those questions that we're not sure about, and he just brings it home to us, and we can really take advantage of this new information and work our way through it over time. Which is brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just to let people know as well, I do offer a service that I've been helping people out with as well. It's a paid service, but it's entirely up to you guys. So I can give one-to-one coaching via a Zoom session. Sorry.
Oh, wow. Don't even have to leave the house.
Yeah. So one-to-one session, and to give you guys a little bit more in-depth and hand-holding. And I helped someone 2 weeks ago, and they opened their account, looked at the free trade account, looked at the whole stock market, the history of the stock market, what this means, what that means, and yeah, just makes you feel more comfortable with what you're looking at.
Nothing better than someone to hold your hand. Yeah, and I must say and what you've been sharing with me has been helping me a lot. So like,
no, you're welcome.
Awesome. You're
awesome. Welcome, dude.
All right, guys. So look, that was our My Money IQ, pursuing success. Next Tuesday is going to be with us. You are on the globe, start your morning right. Monday to Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. UK time. Join Robert Ashite and Hercules, your man of sound. Connect online Monday to Friday with special guests for inspiration, motivation to start your morning right. Music, banter, fun and laughter. Connect when you start your mornings with The Breakfast Show. Only on libertyradio.co.uk. That's right, The Breakfast Show is back. libertyradio.co.uk from 6:30 a.m.